The mind is a pattern, an accumulation of thoughts, sensations, of perception. It is an energetic movement, a localized contraction of consciousness to which apparent body or matter is imagined as a temporary host. The mind is an idea within an idea. A concept called mind within a concept called a body, individuated by patterns stemming from the constructs of cultures and the scramblings for understanding. What we call a mind is an object, a concept, an idea. It is the thrust of an enculturated psychosocial pattern formed from the human animal's desire to understand the nature of experience. Yet, without accessing linguistics and memory, no mind can be found. What is experiencing, is knowing, is formless, nameless, objectless being, devoid of attachments to labels and the unilateral subject-object addiction to itself, in and to which all other objects of fixture and fascination belong. Once we recognize the formlessness of our apparent no-self situ, we are radically and unendingly liberated from our dour machinations, those of the human or inhuman waltz to tolerate seasonal pockets of temporary joy by an ever-dissolving myriad of modulating possessions, whilst there is still time. For the most part, this has proved to be a failed program, has failed to make most people enduringly happy, and has given all people an understanding of the experience of being unhappy. In other words, has enabled the experience we desire above everything else to elude us, and that is the experience of happiness. But our problem is not an idea called the mind. It is the claiming of such a movement of a mind as my mind, or as mine. These are my thoughts, these are my feelings, these are sensations happening to me. I perceive. This localizing of what religious people might call God consciousness as my consciousness is naturally, unquestioningly compelling. Why would we think anything else? The pattern and theory of mind seems incontrovertible. Why would we question it? Given that we need the same mind to proffer the bloody question. But the questioning is all based on this assumption that mind, thought, reasoning and inquiry toward understanding, which are all very real, are both the alpha and omega of the human experiment, and that they belong to a me who is having them and who would not exist without them. And further still, that this usual understanding of mind is conceptually the only framework known. The so-called spiritual life, or the inquiry into life's larger questions, needs to expand us out of our limitations so that we are confronted by the inquiry of this ancient and creative eternal void. Of course, for many, for most, but not all, this is not the case. The new recruit is on the cusp of something vastly great. We only hope that integration into the tribal consciousness and the visual compliance of the community is offered with the uppermost wisdom. Did we not all start on a progressive path in man's search for meaning?